On the ground, right side. Alonso takes it himself, and a quick out, number one. Matt McClain, the next to hit for the Reds.
McClain.
Holmes, multi-time All-Star, 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
0-2.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike. 2 outs, base is empty. In now for the Reds, Elly De La Cruz. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Out to short, Lindor. Back here in Baltimore, Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. That missed by a lot. Ball one.
Oh, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare, only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
And now it's 1-2. Right side, hard hit. In plenty of time to first. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Second, the right field.
Juan Soto down.
Soto.
Back to the mound. It hit him. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the right-hander. Hope he's all right.
Third, the first baseman, Pete.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Big time. Power. And there's a hit. Soto round second, heads for third. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough.
Brandon Nimmo in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. And now it's even up.
Well, we call that. He's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swings and misses. And the count now even up.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Hit on the ground might be 2. And he can't come up with it. The tying run is in to score from third. Still able to fire over. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Out to short, De La Cruz. Fires to first on the run. Hits it.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Next to hit, Brett Beatty. Ground ball right side, could be 2. To Elliott, second for 1. Throw to first. Now here is Francisco Alvarez.
Batting 7, the catcher, Francisco.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Alvarez.
Nimmo at third. Beatty on at first with 2 down. And it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And down on strikes. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's Austin Hayes.
Austin Hayes.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
It's 0-1.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
0-2.
Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And that's a leadoff double.
That is it. The left fielder, number 2.
And now it's Gavin Lux. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the second. In the dirt. Toss to Alonso. 1 out in second. Trying to wiggle out of a rundown now. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. Spencer Steer now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. And he chases that one. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Bottom of the inning. Jeff McNeil stands in.
The second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Pagan back to work. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Tyrone Taylor now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Liner, base hit. McNeil headed for third. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Couple of singles back to back. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. That's worth the price of admission. And they tack on 3. It's 5-zip. Here's Juan Soto. Reached on an infield single his first time. And the righty deals. Just missed.
That's the ball.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
On to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's Pete Alonso. Singled and scored his first time. On the ground to third. Sends it to first, and that takes care of Alonso. Here's Brandon Nimmo. RBI single his last time up.
Nimmo.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes the catch, and that's the inning. New inning getting started, and here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson.
Stevenson.
Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
One out, bases empty. And that just misses. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Here's the third baseman, Santiago Espinal. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Back now at Oriole Park as we go to the last of the third. And now it's Mark Vientos. Foul ball.
Well, he's back out here for the third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
Up the middle. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And a good start to the inning.
Over that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that will drop foul. The next pitch misses, and that's ball one.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Friedel brings it in, and there's one down. The tag, and they get him at second. That's a double play.
Now batting, catcher
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swing and a foul straight back. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile.
No balls.
0-2.
2 strikes.
Stays alive.
Now pitching for the Reds. Number
that one is absolutely belted. Lux ranging back. Just missed it. And we're back as we go to the top of the fourth. Here's the center fielder, TJ Friedel, on the ground to the left. Vientos whips it to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. Next for Cincinnati, Matt McClain. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
The shortstop.
2 down, bases empty. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati. Elly De La Cruz.
Ball. 2-0.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit, and that extends the inning.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through. And that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Hayes, a former All-Star, 29 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2016.
Big-time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. De La Cruz leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. And first offering is fouled off.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Way upstairs, and the count is 1-1. Center field. Hauls it in, and there's one away. And the batter now Tyrone Taylor. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Taylor.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. It's 0-1. Right side. Benson hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup, and now the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. He's already homered here in this one. They go with the intentional walk, so he's on first with 2 out. So a man at first. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. 1 for 2. First pitch misses. Runner on the go. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Lux on his horse. And he makes the catch. We go to the top of the 5th. In now for the Reds, Gavin Lux. Foul ball there.
Well, these Reds definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
That gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Spencer.
Next for Cincinnati, Spencer Steer. And first offering is fouled off. Lux on at first, nobody out. And there's a foul ball.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for him at times.
He goes down looking. Now at the plate, Tyler Stevenson. He popped out his first time. Ground ball right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Gone into the flag court. He shoots one out to right. It's 5-3. Santiago Espinal digs in now. That one the other way. Hauls it in for the out. And now the center fielder, TJ Friedl.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Digging in, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
May back to work. There's a swing and a drive. That one back there. Adios! Pelota! Pete Alonso with a shot to the opposite field. And they add on. It's 6-3. So up next, Brandon Nimmo. And that's outside, and it's 1-0.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
This one looks like trouble. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double, and his second hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
And a foul ball. And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, great stop. Goes to third with it. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
The designated hitter.
2 in this one.
Beatty.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
0-1.
Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Nimmo on third. Vientos at first with no outs. Into left center for a base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 4.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job. That's what you're supposed to do with a pitch in that location.
To short, could be 2. De La Cruz to second, and a run scores on the double play. And now here's Jeff McNeil.
Second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Now a chance for Tyrone Taylor. That's down and in.
1-1.
This has been a rough inning, but sometimes you just got to work through it, save the rest of that bullpen, somehow stop the bleeding.
De La Cruz. They get the force, and the inning is over. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Leading off, Matt McClain. And it's fouled away. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
0-2.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Elly De La Cruz. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. The shortstop takes the ball. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 2 outs, base is empty. Austin Hayes, the next to hit for the Reds. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Swings through him for the K. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. Well, we go bottom 6. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor.
Lindor. Now pitching for the Reds, number 55, Taylor Rogers.
Swings through that one.
0-1.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one ripped. This one could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Soto in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Towards first, Steer. He'll do it himself. One away, bottom of the sixth. Stepping in, Pete Alonso. He's already homered in this game. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back. Adios, pelota. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 10-3. So up next for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Swinging a foul out of play.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you, even with pitches outside the zone.
Caught him looking for the K.
Now batting.
Two down, base is empty. Mark Viento. Mets. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
0-1.
Late with the swing there.
All right, now he may have not
0-2.
liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point,
That's strike three and the third out. So, well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
Alonso puts it away, and a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds. That one way outside, ball one. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays, and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now? So they bring on the veteran, Ryan Stanek.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
At the plate, Will Benson. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Stevenson around second to third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Everything came together for him. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Alonso makes the grab, and that'll do it. Bottom of the seventh, and now the DH, Brett Baty. Rogers goes 6 feet 3 inches, 34-year-old vet, and they traded for him earlier this year. And first offering is fouled off. That hit him.
That hit him. Take
and the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Leading up for the
And
Mets,
stepping in for New York, Francisco Alvarez. And there's a base hit to left. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And he pops up the bunt. Reaching down, makes the catch. So digging in, Tyrone Taylor, 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Two on, 1 out. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. That's outside. Now 1 and 2. That one missed. Pickoff move to second. Baden dives back in safely. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Runners on the move. There's a ball. Throw to third. Too late. Safe. Double steal. Out to short. De La Cruz throws to first in time. And now it's Frankie Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
Lindor. Now pitching for Cincinnati, number 58, Scott Barlow.
Smoked on the ground to second. Whips it to first. Lindor retire. They limit the damage. Back now at Oriole Park. Here's the center fielder, TJ Friedel. And that is cut on and missed. 0-1.
It's 0-1.
And they'll do it again. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Matt McClain, the next to hit for the Reds. Oh, and he hit him.
Check your base.
In now for the Reds, Ellie De La Cruz. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1.
No balls. 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
On the ground, right side. Lindor, that's 1. And that's all they'll get. Reds down to their final out. Next is the designated hitter, Austin Hayes. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. So it's their last chance in this one. Here's the left fielder, Gavin Lux. And that is out of play. And now the count is even. De La Cruz at second. Hayes at first. 2 out of the inning. Inside, just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
2-2.
Stanek is just 1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. We've got a perfect night for baseball on the show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the New York Mets. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper.
One strike.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. Now it's Mookie Betts. And first offering is fouled off.
Betts is definitely one of those guys that excels at everything he does, Boog. In terms of baseball, he can do it all. He's won a World Series, batting titles, Gold Gloves, and everything else you can think of.
So now 1-2. One out, base is empty. Hard hit left side. Toss to Alonso. 2 up, 2 down. Here comes the 2024 World Series MVP to the plate. Freddie Freeman was good all postseason, but man, the World Series was something else.
Yeah, probably the easiest MVP choice of any World Series, which is especially impressive with the amount of superstars on the Dodgers. Freeman tied a World Series record with 12 RBIs, and we'll never forget that walk-off grand slam in Game 1.
And that's in the dirt. 2 outs, base is empty. Struck him out looking. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And towing the slab in this one, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Francisco Lindor, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Bouncer to second. To first, but it pulls him off the bag. And now it's Juan Soto. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
I'm so glad Yamamoto made the move to Major League Baseball. He's one of the most.
Lindor the move. And that one fouled off. Strike three. It's a strikeout for Yamamoto. Here's Pete Alonso. Yamamoto throws to first. Lindor the move. Pitch misses in. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And that chance handled. Safe at second, and he gets back in. And that will end the inning. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Second inning set to go. Will Smith to the plate. And strike one to the catcher. Holmes, an all-star a season ago. 31 years old. And he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2011. That one outside. And the count 1-2. And there's the ball. Now with the shift on, hits right into it. Lindor on to first. One up, one down.
Hernandez.
And a foul ball. Outside low. 1-1. And a swing and a miss there.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. And takes low for ball 1. Fought off foul. No score here in the second. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. That one almost got him. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Brandon
The
Nimmo.
left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Yamamoto back to work. Popped up. Hauls it in for the out. 1 down. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Ground ball left side. Muncy sends it to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Well, off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Ground ball, Freddie Freeman. He takes it on his own, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And we're back. Top half of the third inning, and here is Michael Conforto. Pitch misses there. 1-0.
You know, these Dodgers, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Outside with a breaking ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fans another. That's 3 straight strikeouts. Andy Pajas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And he gets tied up right there.
0-1.
Top of the third, no score. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. And next for LA, Ha-Seong Kim.
Number 6.
And that one wrapped foul. 0-1 down. There's the strike. That one misses, and it's 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Squeezes it, and that is that. Back here in L.A., ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
Boog, I don't think anyone was shocked when Yamamoto signed with Los Angeles. He joins a long list of pitchers who signed with the Dodgers out of Japan, following in the footsteps of Hideo Nomo, Hiroki Kuroda, and Kenta Maeda.
Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. A solo shot. It's 1-0.
Hitters today are looking to pull the ball and get it in the air. Even on a breaking ball away, does a nice job of staying square to the plate, allowing his arms to get extended and get good wood to it.
Jeff McNeil, the next to hit, takes outside. This ball's chopped on the ground. Betts throws to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning. So up next, Tyrone Taylor. And first offering is fouled off. Makes the grab, and there's 2 out. Here's Francisco Lindor. Way inside.
Two balls, no strike.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of the third. They say you win.
2-1.
Makes the catch. Inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
1 strike.
On the ground to third, and that's a fair ball. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
Fly ball down the line, diving, can't get it, base hit. The run comes in from second. We're tied at 1. Betts into second.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base hits. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them.
Now this one gets through. Here's the throw to the plate. The tag out.
Now that catcher Will Smith.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Will Smith. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
I feel with the way that Will Smith is able to handle the bat, control the bat head, he's very capable of finding green space and driving in that run.
Goes down looking. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Outside low, and that is ball 1. Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at bat strikeout.
And that's a fair ball. Freddie across the score. And it's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Swing and a miss, strike one. Late with the swing there.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside. Effective.
Runner on the go. Ground ball up the middle. Toss to Alonso. They get the out on Muncy. And that is the inning. Bottom four. Here's Juan Soto.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
Swings and misses. And that's strike one.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Next one misses, and the count is 1-2. And that's outside.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Good eye in that spot.
Okay.
Ripped on the ground to second, and one gone in the fourth as they get. Up now for the Mets. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Oh, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The pitch. Hernandez hauls it in, 2 away. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Nimmo.
Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 outs. Foul ball. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Smith collects, fires to first, and it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Back here at Dodger Stadium, Michael Conforto will climb in. Holmes back to work. He was late there, strike one. Conforto, 32 years old, usually in left, but today he's starting in right field. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Well, the big play, in my opinion, from right field is that throw from right field to third base. The longest one in the game, and you got to have a pretty strong arm. Hopefully he can play that one hop nicely if he has an opportunity to throw out a runner.
That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Here's a high chopper. Throws to first in time. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. 2 outs, base is empty. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Hesung Kim. In the air, left field. Nimmo makes the catch, inning over. Back here at Chavez Ravine, bottom of the inning. Here's the 3rd baseman, Mark Vientos. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. And out number 1 on the grab. And next is the designated hitter, Brett Beatty. That one fouled off. The Mets trailing by a run, last half of inning number 5. Swing and a foul out of play. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. That one 95 to finish him off. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. He's already homered here in this one. Up and in, and it's 1-0. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
This to third, and it stays fair.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
McNeil at the plate and takes high there. Swung on, looped into center. And that'll fall for a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Tyrone Taylor.
The center fielder.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. And that will end the inning. And we're back. Top of the 6th inning. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Outside low. And that's ball 1. Swing and a miss.
1-1.
Next offering is down low.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
That one at 95 missed up top, and it's 3-2. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Mookie Betts will make his way. To the plate. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Ryan Stanek.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
And that one off the outside edge.
3-1.
Ohtani gets his lead at first. Nobody out. The 3-1 in for a strike. Full count. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Some high cheese for strike 3. It's Freddie Freeman now. 1 for 2. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what.
Lindor on to second. They get one. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. Bottom of the 6th. And here is Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor. Now pitching for the Dodgers, Number 51, Alex Garcia.
Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
No ball. One strike.
And a base hit on the line. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over.
Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more line drive in the center field, so that definitely felt good.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Adios, pelota. And now they're out in front. It's 3-2.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Pete Alonso. Tap foul at the plate.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Way out front for strike two.
Gets the call on the mound right there. A little surprising for a guy that struggled, and most times you don't get that.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the bottom of the sixth. Grounds one to short. Jump throw across his body. On the money. Nice play. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
One down, base is empty. In the air, out towards right center. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Safe at second.
Recognized the break on that pitch early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but a great job right there of letting it travel, then unloading a nice balanced swing.
Man at second. Foul ball still 0-2. And ball one.
That's a good pitch there.
1-2.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. And that gets down for a base hit. The run comes in to score from second, and they lead by 2. To second, but way too late. Safe there.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. Just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 57, Luis Garcia.
Center field. Makes the grab for the second out. Francisco
The catcher,
Alvarez
number 4,
up now for the Mets. He's already homered in this game.
Alvarez.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
0-1.
Vientos at third with 2 away. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. That's to third. In there. He's safe. Runner at first with 2 away. Jeff McNeil stands in.
Yeah. Not here.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. And he hits a ground ball right side. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Will Smith. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You know, these Dodgers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Left fielder,
and up next for Los Angeles, Teoscar Hernandez. Outside, 1-0.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Once he digs in. 0 for 2 in this one. Swings through that one. 0-1.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Taylor. He makes the grab, and that is that. Back here in L.A., set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
Number 66, Tanner Scott.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
0-1.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
0-2.
Bounced up the middle, and that one handled, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 1 for 3.
Lindor.
Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
1 strike.
Swing and a high fly ball. Well struck. That's back there. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double. And next for the Mets, Juan Soto. Swing and a foul straight back. Foul ball there. And the 0-2. Up and in. Look out.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Lindor over at second, 1 down. Pickoff throw. Lindor back in there. Runner takes off. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throw to first in time. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets.
The first baseman,
0 for 3 in this one.
Alonso.
And that is out of play. Two outs and a runner at third. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Next pitch is outside. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Not close with that one, and that's ball 2. Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so it's a good take by him.
Alonso started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. Nope, he held back.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And that one fouled off. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back here at Dodger Stadium. We're in the top of the 8th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Michael Conforto. Stanek back to work. Swings through that.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
And that bunted towards 3rd. And that bunt goes foul. It's a strikeout. Andy Pages steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Taylor ranging after it. Puts it away for the out.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Kim avoids the first pitch for ball 1. Strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
There's the splitter in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Alvarez down to first. In time, the 2-3. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Bonda measures 6 feet 2 inches, 31 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2012. That misses, ball 1. That one down the line, and foul ball. And now a flare into left. Fair ball.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Ground ball could be 2. Kim over to second, over to first, but he beats it. Now the catcher up to hit, Francisco Alvarez.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco Alvarez.
And the 0-1. In the dirt, blocked. This one in the dirt. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Slider misses outside. Back foot slider ties him up, struck him out. Jeff McNeil, the next to hit.
1, second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Slider right there.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just
Runner takes off in the dirt. And now a man into scoring position. Safe at second, and that was not close. Beatty on third with 2 out. Hit in the air right field. And that ends the inning. And we're back.
Leading
Now
off for
it's the
Dodgers,
DH,
the designated hitter,
Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani.
And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. Now 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
That's a ball.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Jose Butto taking over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Butto.
He swings and fouls one off. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-1.
Gets him to chase after that one.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
That one inside. The count now 2-2. And there's a ball. Swings over the top of that one. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. And it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
The first baseman.
So they're down to their final out. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. This could end it. Breaking ball misses down and away.
1-2.
Hit to right, and that should do it. Ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board.